So I had something traumatic just happen, and I know to some it may not seem like a big deal, but the road that my house is adjacent to is a very busy road. Well, I'm driving to go get my wife from work, and what I'm going to say here in the next few minutes might be really stupid to some and piss some people off, and some people may not see any sense in it at all, but I don't give a fuck at this point. I'm really upset, and I know I'm probably making this video out of field rage, but there's a reason behind it, and something dawned on me, and I apologize for the swear words and a bit of emotion that's coming along with this. However, so the road that's like beside my house is relatively busy. Again, I'm on my way to go get my wife from work, and I see a little turtle in the road. I'm kind of holding my phone down so I don't get a ticket, but it's like this big, okay? It literally smaller than my hand, and I've got little hands. I stop, pull over, probably about 10 feet from the turtle, and got my flashers on, and a swarm of vehicles comes through, because this road's busy, again, to reiterate, but they politely slow down, straddle the turtle. I mean, he's small as hell. There's not missing him, though. He's big enough you can definitely see him. Go in the other lane if they can. This vehicle, it's a woman, okay? This vehicle speeds up. I'm looking at her. I'm watching her. She sees the turtle and deliberately fucking runs over him. I mean, if you see a vehicle pulled over, flashers on, daylight, as you can see, daylight, and I mean, you can put two and two together unless you're an absolute fucktard that someone's trying to help that poor little defenseless creature, okay? And when I say defenseless, yeah, they can fucking bite and all that, but they're not venomous. They're not going to deliberately try to hurt you or anything like that. And it's a baby, okay, or small, whatever. The common sense thing to do is to do what everyone else is doing. You know, at least 25 cars did. No, this bitch fucking runs him over in front of me. And I'm fucking heated and hurt by it. And I'm asking God why. And, you know, here lately my religion and all that has been questionable because, or my love for God or whatever. And it's not love for God, but my feelings towards the whole God thing is just on the fence because of all the crap that happens in this world. And then, you know, you watch Ancient Aliens and, you know, shit like that, and Nostradamus and stuff like that, because we've been on fucking quarantine and all you can do is fucking binge Netflix and Hulu. So, you know, and even before then, just events in life and witnessing things that happen to other people for no goddamn good reason, and being transgender and how I'm treated for no goddamn good reason. And that's why my faith is being questioned by me, and I have all these whys and no one can answer them. All I keep hearing is, if you're straight and you live by this code, you'll go to heaven, and all these people are going to heaven. And I see what they do when they're not in church, and they suck ass as people. And here I am, transgender, minding my own business, struggling emotionally, trying to make it through, not kill myself because I'm so fucking utterly depressed, because I can't get a job, I can't get insurance, I can't get surgeries, I can't get my medicine, and so on and so forth. And stupid little shit like that happens. And at the end of the day, I realized why I decided I was transgender. Yes, I thought I was a boy when I was a kid and all this. Then I ended up settling on being a lesbian because I didn't know what a transgender was. And, you know, the story goes on. But I realized through it all, I'm doing all of this because I just want God to love me. And changing my sex so I can be deemed normal and go to heaven, because gays don't go to heaven because God doesn't love them, and it's a sin. And if you ask some Christian folks, it's the deadliest sin, like, you know, being a rapist, child molester isn't, or a murderer. You know, it was just for God to love me. But then I think to myself, with just that little thing that happened, and it's not a little thing, it really isn't, because that was a life. Okay, so it didn't walk upright and articulate verbally and get a job and pay taxes. It was still a living, breathing creature. And I seriously just watched it get murdered in front of me by a careless, pathetic human being. And I'm supposed to feel comforted by God? Yeah. And like I said, I know this video will probably piss people off and make people feel some type of way towards me, and there's probably going to be hate comments if anyone even watches it. But the fact of the matter is to me, and how I've always thought of God, was loving, caring, kind, and something you can turn to. But has God completely forsaken us on this planet and forsaken the creatures that he supposedly created? He was right there from getting saved and had a total of 10 more feet if I wouldn't have got him. So, are humans the only ones that are forsaken on this planet? I mean, seriously, like, you know, I don't have much emotion anymore when it comes to crying and thinking too much about one thing and getting emotional. I feel emotions just like anyone else does, but they're not dramatized. But that really just set me over the edge, and it made me realize all I ever wanted was God to love me. And I've went as far as beginning the process of changing my gender and being a male and identifying as male and being married to a woman and being considered normal. And I'm still doing it because I do feel male, but, and I know that I am. I was just fucked up in utero, I guess, and born with a vagina, but I'm hurt by it, and I'm angry. And I've realized that, okay, there may be a God. Fine, if you want to believe that, fine. I'm not judging you for that. Just don't judge me when I say there's more than one God. And there's definitely not a loving God that's looking after us, and one that we're going to. Because for God to turn his back on his own creatures, okay, I know humans suck, clearly, but defenseless animals and stuff, dude, fuck that. Fuck that.